Okay, here goes nothing. Act like you've been here before, brother.
Yeah, well, I got lots of friends. I don't.
I got lots of friends.
Yeah, we're just
I'm
better than
here by
everybody.
myself doing solo pods. Put it on a shelf. It's your boy Tony Dent, and I rap like this. I am the shit, bitch. What's going on, everybody? Things look a little different today. That is okay. 3, 2, 1.
Let's start the show.
Start the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another very different episode of your favorite podcast, Richard's Kids Podcast. It is your boy. As you can see, things do look a little different. Soak it in. It is me in all my glory doing the solo pod, the dreaded solo pod. I'm here by myself, talking to absolutely no one like a crazy person. It is weird. It is strange, but thankfully, we have good fans like you guys who sent us in a good long list of topics, so I don't have to sit here and just mumble on and think about things to say. I have stuff to talk about. So, this might be a short episode. This might not be what you're used to, but you will find yourself laughing, crying, and having a grand old time with your boy, Tony Dent. Richard's Kid today. Folks, welcome to Richard's Kid. Sometimes folks are busy. Sometimes folks got things going on. But as promised, we are here on another beautiful Monday morning. I hope you have a great week. Let's get into it. So, over this past week, I don't even know when I'm supposed to stop to drink water, because normally I'll take a sip while my partner is doing his thing. So, bear with me, folks. That is refreshing. Sorry about that. So, last week, posted a video across the socials, and I asked for some viewers to send in topics that we can discuss. Now, obviously, I'm not going to touch on every single thing that was sent in, because it is quite a bit of things, and that is a great problem to have, that we received tens of comments from you guys, stuff that we can talk about. Now, some of it I will save for next week when I have my my big beautiful man back in here with me, because some of those were addressed to both of us that we can discuss together. And I put together a list of 7 topics sent in from fans all across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, even some DMs. So, without further ado, let's get into it. For the first one, Marjorie asked, what is your favorite game right now, and what is the best of all time? My favorite game right now, I've played it before. I'm playing it again. Is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. For those of you who do not know, I am a huge Dragon Ball fan. I love Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Was not a big fan of Dragon Ball GT. It is what it is. But yes, right now I'm currently playing, well, not currently, but you know what I mean. I'm playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot again. They put it back in the store. I think it's like $15. I was like, why not? Let's run it back up. It's just a fun game, dude. It's first of all, it's Dragon Ball Z, so there's that. But it's super story driven, which, as I've mentioned before, I love a good story driven game. It is a little bit open world. It's not too open world to where it's overwhelming. It runs all the way through the entire Dragon Ball Z. Starts at the Saiyan saga and ends with the Buu saga, and there are DLCs that you can buy. You can get the Dragon Ball Super one, the Future Trunks one, the Demon Realm one. So after the Buu Saga, you can still continue through the Dragon Ball universe, which is super cool. I think it would be really cool if they released a Dragon Ball DLC for it, to where you can play as Kid Goku and fight Demon King Piccolo and meet up with Krillin and Master Roshi and all that. I think that would be super cool. But yeah, man, I love that game, dude. It's so fun. Like I said, I played it when it came out in 2020, and I'm playing it again right now. There's downtime in between the sagas, and you can collect the Dragon Balls, and you can make wishes, and there's side missions to do, and you can just fly around, roam around, and there's random fights you can get into with just creatures across the world. It's a super fun game. Best game of all time, nostalgically, I don't have anyone here to correct me, so for today the word is nostalgically. It's gonna have to be Star Fox 64. That game, when I first got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas, it came with Star Fox, and that was my first console it was my console. Now I had stepbrothers and stuff that he had a PlayStation. I had friends that had Super Nintendos, Sega Genesis, things like that, but I didn't have my own console. So the 64 was my first console that I owned. That was mine. I got it for Christmas one year. And Star Fox 64, man, I loved that game, dude. I loved it so much. Do a barrel roll. What was the little frog's name? What was the frog's name? Slippy? Yeah, Slippy, I think his name was. Dude, that game was just so much fucking fun, dude. I think what was really cool about it is the cockpit view. You could there's a third person view, but then there was the first person view inside the cockpit. And I don't know why, that was just so fucking cool to me. But that's nostalgic purposes. My favorite game of all time is Uncharted. If I have to pick one, it would be the fourth one, A Thief's End. It's just, the mechanics of that game are phenomenal. The story is phenomenal. The graphics are phenomenal. It's such a good game, and it's exactly what I want out of a video game. It's linear. Go here, do this. It's mission to mission to mission to mission. There's no side quests. Which I don't mind side quests. I just don't like a huge open world game, right? But Uncharted is everything I like about a game is in Uncharted. So yes, favorite game right now, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Favorite game of all time, it's going to be a tie between Star Fox 64 and Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. That's my opinion, and if you don't like it, tell me yours. This is so weird, just sitting here by myself in a room talking to literally nobody. I'm sure my wife is outside right now thinking that she married an insane person. But hey, I do it for you guys, okay? I bring this content for you, so you can start your week off. You feel me? Okay, number 2, we have Angel Soto. He sent in a list of things. We're going to save some for next week. And who knows, we might pick a couple to do each week. This might become a trend. Who knows? If you are watching, if you are listening across the internet world, something that you want to hear us talk about, drop us a comment. Give us a topic. We'll shout you out. We'll bring up the topic, and yeah. Angel Soto asks, Pixar or DreamWorks? Who makes the better movies? Now, DreamWorks has some. I'm assuming we're talking about animated movies, because DreamWorks obviously, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Animated movies, DreamWorks Animation or Pixar, right? DreamWorks does have some phenomenal animated movies. Let me pull up Let me pull up my list here. Bear with me for a second. See, I don't have no one to mumble on while I do my thing. DreamWorks animated movies. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah, I know they got Prince of Egypt. Ooh, Ants. Ants is such a fucking good movie, dude. Ants is the first time I heard someone cuss in an animated movie. I think he said damn or hell or shit. Which one was it, guys? Let me know. Help me out here. Ants, okay. Prince of Egypt, phenomenal movie, phenomenal soundtrack. Chicken Run. Chicken Run is damn. The Road to El Dorado. Joseph, King of Dreams. Shrek. Obviously, all the Shreks. Spirit is a Dream. God damn, they might win. Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. Shrek. It's all the Shreks. Shark Tale, sorry. Damn. DreamWorks has some phenomenal animated movies. Those two little Jamaican jellyfish from DreamWorks. He worked at Whale Wash. Whale Wash, it's a whale of a wash. Oh my gosh. Madagascar. Wallace and Gromit. Over the Head. Damn. Flushed Away. B-Movie. B-Movie's one of the greatest animated movies of all time. We got Seinfeld as a bee. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, does it? Kung Fu Panda. How to Train Your Dragon. Monsters vs. Aliens. Megamind. Puss in Boots, they can hold that. Rise of the Guardians, they can hold that. The Croods, Turbo. Turbo's such a fucking good movie, dude. What the fuck? Peabody and Sherman, I don't think I've watched that. Penguins of Madagascar. Home was decent. That's with Rihanna and Sheldon. What's his name? Jim Parsons. Obviously, Kung Fu Panda. Trolls. Trolls is cool. Boss Baby. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because these are some really good movies. Off the rip, I was gonna say Pixar because they have Disney as a crutch. Disney Pixar movies. I mean, Toy Story. Need I go on? But after looking at this DreamWorks list, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Well, we're gonna have to look at Disney Pixar. We're just gonna have to compare and contrast. Pixar animated movies. All Pixar films from 1995 to present. Like I said, obviously Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Cars, Ratatouille, WALL-E, Up, Cars 2. Let's see. Brave. Brave's good. Dude, Monsters University, hear me out now. This might be a hot take, but Monsters University might be better than Monsters Inc. That's my opinion. I love college movies, like Van Wilder and shit like that. Animal House. I love a good, funny college movie. Maybe that's why I think Monsters University is better than Monsters Inc. But that's my opinion. Also, that show Monsters at Work. That show is fucking hilarious. Yes, I'm 34 years old in a room by myself ranting about animated movies, but kiss my ass. I'm a 90s baby. What do you want from me? Inside Out, such an emotional movie. The Good Dinosaur, Finding Dory, Finding Nemo. Coco is such a good movie. Onward was decent. Soul was amazing. Guys, do me a favor. Count how many times I say phenomenal in this podcast. Soul was really good. The animation, like you could see the fibers on my boy's coat. Like they really did a lot making that movie. Turning Red was okay. Lightyear was buns. Elemental, decent. I haven't seen Hoppers. What the fuck does that say? Gato? I haven't seen that. Oh Oh man, this goes back to the video game discussion. Nostalgically, I want to say Pixar, but I don't know, dude. DreamWorks had that was a solid list of movies that DreamWorks put out. I didn't realize all the movies that they made. The Road to El Dorado. Fuck, man, I'm gonna go DreamWorks. Hate me or love me for it, but I'm gonna go DreamWorks. You guys let me know. What do you think? Pixar or DreamWorks? Hmm. One for Pixar, type one for Pixar, type two for DreamWorks. I don't fucking know. Or just write the word Pixar and I don't, dude. Listen. We're in here. We're solo. We're dolo. We're doing it, baby. We're doing it. Look at us go. Look at us go. Katie asks, who is one person you have met that unexpectedly changed you or the course of your life? Now, obviously, I should say my wife or I should say my children, but it gets deeper than that because without this person, I would have never met my wife and I would have never had my children. The person that changed the course of my life is an individual by the name of James Tamale. If you're watching this, James, I love you forever, brother. No matter what, you're my boy. To the grave. I met James in high school in Kerrville, Texas. Me and my girlfriend and him and my girlfriend's friend went on a double date to the movies. I didn't know James. This is the night that I met James. I lived walking distance from the movie theater, right? After the movie was over, my girlfriend and her friend went home. James, I don't remember all the details, but he couldn't get a hold of his parents. They were asleep, something like that. I don't know the details. Just know this. I told James, hey, you can come to my crib. I live right. You could see my house from the theater. We're talking like walk across the street type shit. So I said, you can just come to my house. We can kick it. I got the entire Dragon Ball Z series on VHS. I had one of the TVs that had the built-in VHS player, and I had every single episode of Dragon Ball Z in a VHS collection. And when you lined them all up, it made a big-ass picture. Super cool. I was like, we can fucking, do you like Dragon Ball Z? And he's like, of course. I was like, say less. So we went back to my house. Posted up. And he pulls out this journal and some beats and shit, and he starts like writing music, and I was like, oh shit, that's cool. Let me try. So then we made a song. We wrote a song, and then first time I had ever written a song. Now little backstory here. In elementary school, me and my homie Ben, shout out Ben, my oldest friend to this day, we used to freestyle battle at his house. And his sisters, his twin sisters, Rosalind and Jocelyn, shout out y'all too. They would judge the battle. And that was my first experience as a rapper. Now, fast forward to today. Well, not today. The day that I met James. So we made a little song. And then a couple days later, we went to his house. And I found out he had recording equipment. So we recorded that song, and I put that song on a CD, and I showed it off to all my friends. Like, look at me, I'm a rapper now. And most of my friends were like, that's cool. Some of my friends were like, you're gay. But yeah, so had I not met James, I would have never made music. Had I never made music, I wouldn't be sitting here alone in front of this camera talking to nobody like a crazy person. Had I not met James, I would have never met my wife because, let me run it back, I'm getting ahead of myself. James was from New Jersey. Now, the middle of senior year, early on in our senior year in high school, he moved back to New Jersey. It was a bummer. That was my dog. We were locked in like this. His family, they moved back to New Jersey. After high school, I was talking to James on the phone, and I was like, man, I want to go to college, but I want to go out of state. I don't want to, I want to experience new things. I want to see new places. And he was like, well, come to Jersey. You can always stay at the crib. My parents look at you like another son, which they did. Shout out them. So I started applying to colleges in New Jersey. I applied to Montclair State. I applied to Rutgers. I applied to Keene University. I did not get into any of those schools. So I just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to move out there, see what happens. Moved out there. James was going to Raritan Valley Community College. Shout out Raritan Valley. I had so much fun there. Anyways, I applied. I keep getting ahead of myself. Let me slow down. I applied to Raritan Valley, got in, picked film as my major, and I think I went there for about 2 years and dropped out. I stopped going to class. We spent most of our time in the gym shooting hoops. And I met a lot of cool people there, man. We did a lot of cool stuff there. We put on a couple of shows there at the school on campus. Got a pretty decent following with the music. James and I we continued to pursue music. Then I ended up moving back to Texas. Your boy got a little homesick. Moved back to Texas for like 2 years, and then, you know, I made so many connections out there in New Jersey. When I got back to Texas, I felt like I wasn't really doing anything musically. So I was like, hey, I'm coming back. So I moved back out to New Jersey. Stayed there for another 2 years. Got a job with James at FedEx loading trucks. And one day I forgot to bring my work boots because I was in New York staying at this girl's apartment, this girl I used to talk to. I don't know if she wants me to shout her out, but you know who you are. You're not listening to this. You don't watch this. You've forgotten who I am, but shout out you, because going to New York and staying at your apartment was so much fun. Anyways, I had to take the train straight to New Jersey and go to work the next day, but I forgot my boots, and they would not let you in without steel-toe boots or steel-toe shoes. So I couldn't go to work that day, and I came back, and I was like, you know what? I don't like that job anyways. It sucks. There's a Chipotle walking distance from the house I was living in with James and his parents and Uncle Joel. Shout out Uncle Joel. Endless Entertainment with Uncle Joel. So I just walked to the Chipotle, filled out a job application right there in the dining area. And a woman by the name of Luisa Manzanillo came and took me outside, sat me down, and interviewed me, and I was hired. Started working at Chipotle. And the woman that interviewed me was also the kitchen manager at the time. I don't know if she was a kitchen manager or a service manager by this time. She was the boss. She was a boss. She is a boss. Yeah. And we ended up talking and hanging out more and hanging out more and then doing things that grown folks do. And I ended up moving out of James' house, and I moved in with her in her apartment in Paterson, New Jersey. And then once again, your boy got homesick. Luisa and I flew to Texas to go to Mark's wedding. I was the best man at his wedding. And then my sister also got married on the exact same day as Mark, so we had to go to 2 weddings in one day. And then we went to my dad's, took Luisa to Lukenbach, just drove all around Texas with her, and then we moved back to New Jersey. We were in New Jersey for like a week, and I was like, man, I want to move back to Texas. Texas is where I belong. And she was like, well, I'll come with you. And she came with me back to Texas, and we had children and got married, and here we are. So all that music, this podcast, my wife, my kids, all that never would have happened. Never would have happened had I not met James at the movie theater that night. None of that would have happened. So yes, Katie, James Tamale literally altered the course of my life. Insane to think about, but yes, that's that. All right, next, I'm gonna butcher these next couple of ones because they're from either Instagram or TikTok, and they are usernames. This is a gentleman by the name of Bet Miles. His handle is BETTE.MILES79. Bet Miles 79. He asked about weird food combinations. I know a lot of people mix a lot of weird shit together, and they think it's good. Something me and my sisters used to eat when we were children, we would make syrup, chocolate syrup. What the fuck was it? It was chocolate syrup, like maple syrup, sandwiches. It was just like on bread. There was a third ingredient. Oh, and peanut butter. Yeah, it was peanut butter, chocolate syrup, and syrup sandwiches. I don't know if that qualifies as weird because that's three things that are fucking delicious together. I mean, I don't think I like anything that's like makes people go, "What the fuck?" I mean, on a really hot day, I put tahini in ice cold water. That's extremely refreshing. Some people might think that's weird. I'm from Texas. We put, there's a heavy Mexican influence in the food we eat in Texas, and one of those would be putting tahini on fruit, which is delicious, and cucumbers. Is cucumber a vegetable, or is cucumber a fruit? It's a vegetable, or is it a fruit because it has seeds? Because a tomato is technically a fruit, right? Because it has seeds. So, is a cucumber a fruit? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know, dude. I don't think I have any weird. I don't have anything that's like. I mean, I've heard some weird food combinations. Let's look some up, shall we? I like sardines and crackers. Is that weird? Weird food combinations. Let's see. Oh, I mean, I dip French fries in milkshakes, French fries and ice creams. Is that weird? Peanut butter and pickles. That's strange. Oh, don't some people put fucking cheddar cheese on apple pie? That's fucking weird. I'm sure it's good. It was in Men in Black. It's got to be good, right? Let's see what Reddit has to say. I can't read that. The pizza from Deadpool, Hawaiian pizza with olives. That's not weird. That's normal. Pepperoni and pineapple that's not weird. That's delicious. Pineapple goes on pizza. Move on, guys. Finally found some blah 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 blah. We tweaked a little bit. Ham for feta. Okay, this is just pizza. Pumpernickel bread and French onion dip. Every single time I've whipped this combo, people are baffled. But it is seriously, that doesn't sound that weird. Bread and French onion dip. It sounds delicious, actually. What the fuck is pumpernickel bread, though? I don't know. Pretzels into cream cheese. That sounds good. Salsa and cottage cheese. Ew, dude. Ew. Cottage cheese goes with nothing. Cottage cheese is disgusting. It's gross. It's like, what is it? Curdled fucking milk cheese. Ew, dude. Greek yogurt and salsa. That's fucking gross. Cream cheese. Okay, they're just repeating themselves. Ranch and salsa. Maybe. Potato chips dipped in yellow mustard. You're a domestic terrorist and you should be locked up forever. That's gross. Don't eat that. Stop it. Yeah, I don't eat anything super weird. I guess my food taste is quite normal, depending on who you ask. Moving on, we have our boy Schwedy925. For those of you asking, it is SCHWEDY 925. He asks, have I done a console tier list? I have not, but I'm going to do it for you right now. I'm not going to go over every single console because there's some consoles out there that I've never even fucking heard of. I'm going to give you the list of consoles that I am familiar with, that I have played. Number 1, the best console. I mean, see, now listen. Nostalgia is going to play a big part in this, okay? You might disagree with me, but that's what we do. We disagree, we agree, then we move on. My favorite console of all time is the Nintendo 64. Obviously for nostalgic reasons. Like I mentioned previously, it was the first console that I ever owned. It was mine. I wasn't playing someone else's console, it was my console. So yes, number 1, I'm going to go Nintendo 64. Number 2 is going to be the PS2. I mean, the PS2 gave us San Andreas. Need I say more? Number 3 is going to be the Xbox 360. Xbox 360 gave us Skate. Come on, guys. Skate. Number 4, I'm going to go PS5. Number 5, I'm going to go PS4. See what I did there? 4 PS5, 5 PS4. So yeah, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. That would be my console tier list. I've played Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Those are lit. Dreamcast. I wasn't a big Xbox guy, like the original Xbox, the black and green one. I wasn't a big Xbox guy because at that time I had a PS2. But my neighbor across the street, Vincent, he had a Xbox, and we'd play Halo. Halo was lit. I didn't get super into Halo. I wasn't a online gamer at the time. That was back when you had to pay to play online, I believe. I'm not sure how it worked on the Xbox, but yeah, I was not in lobbies playing games with people. I would just play story missions and then beat the game and get another game. I think that was a huge accomplishment to me, was beating a game. What was the first game you ever beat? Y'all let me know. What was the first game like you beat? Like you played the whole game and you beat the game. Dude, I remember the first time scoring a touchdown in Madden. That was a moment for me. That was a big moment. I was at my homie Graves' house. Also lived across the street from me. It was me, Vincent, and Graves. And we were playing Madden with his older brother, Dalton, I think his name was. And yeah, I scored a touchdown. And I was like, oh my God, I'm that fucking guy. I can't remember the first game like I actually like played all the way through and beat. It might have been Star Fox 64. That might have been the first game I beat, like mission wise. Damn. Yeah, y'all let me know. What was the first game that you ever beat? All right, folks, moving on. Robert Lucerno. He said, talk about how much you look like Justin Bieber. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I've been told I look like so many people that I don't look like at all. In high school, my girlfriend at the time swore up and down I looked like Chris Brown. You guys are looking at me. I'm looking at me. I'm looking at you guys looking at me. Looking at you looking at me. I don't look like Chris Brown. That is an African American man. I am a Caucasian man. We don't look alike. I'm not saying you can't look like a black dude or a black dude can't look like a white dude, but I don't I don't look like that. I've been told I look like Jim Carrey. Don't see it. Robert thinks I look like Justin Bieber. I don't see it. Do I look like Justin Bieber? Let's soak it all in. Look at me in all my glory. We're gonna take the headphones off. We're gonna take the hat off. We're gonna take the glasses off. Okay, guys, take a good look. Does this look like Justin Bieber to you? Let's get a side profile. I'm not seeing it. But I do know people think Justin Bieber is extremely handsome, so thank you, Robert, for thinking that I look like Justin Bieber. I mean, I'll take what I can get. But I'm not seeing it, brother. I'm not seeing it. That's my 7. That's my 7. That's the 7 that I picked. The reason I picked 7, obviously, is because we upload daily clips to Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Facebook. So I needed to make sure I had 7 things to talk about. Those are my 7, guys. Where are we at? We're at 36 minutes. Let's push it to 45. Let's at least give you guys a good solid 45 minutes. I don't want to close this up at 36 minutes. I feel like I'm not doing you guys justice by giving you that. So, let's talk about work, man. I've finished my 2nd week of work as an electrician. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I don't mean that in a bad way. The type of work that I do, we work on airfields and stadiums. Baseball, not basketball, baseball, tennis courts, football, all the way from high school up to professional stadiums. We install the stadium lighting. I got to do that last week. It was super fun. Went up in the boom lift. I love heights. I'm not scared of heights at all. I actually thoroughly enjoy being up in high places. Being up in that boom lift was super cool. I felt like a boss walking to the boom lift with my harness on, strapped up, ready to go. You know that scene in Armageddon when they're all walking to the shuttle and it's in slow motion and it's playing badass music? That's how I felt walking up to this boom lift with this harness on. I thought everybody was looking at me like, oh shit, look at this badass guy. He's going to go up so high in that boom lift and do some really cool stuff way up there. Were they looking at me like that? Probably not. Did I feel like that in the moment? Did I feel like an absolute badass? Did I feel like Bruce Willis in Armageddon? Absolutely. Will I feel like that again next time I'm doing that? Absolutely. And you can't take that away from me. The airfield work, dig a trench, put wires under the ground, cover the wires with concrete and more dirt, install your lights, install your connections, and do that. I'm working at the San Antonio airport right now. It's cool though, man. It's not like I said, it's not what I thought it was going to be. But wires have to get in the ground somehow. And who better to dig a trench than your boy? There's a piece of equipment, it's a roller. They have to compact the dirt. And some guy comes out and he does a test. And he makes sure that the dirt is compact enough. And he also checks the moisture. And then you lay more dirt and you compact that dirt. And the guy comes back out and he does a test. So there's a piece of equipment that we use. It's a Bomag roller with a controller. A roller with a controller. And it vibrates extremely hard. Like you can feel the ground vibrating under your feet when you're using it. Now it's probably about, I don't know, 1.5 feet wide, and it's about waist high. So it is very, very thin and very, very heavy, and it can tip over very easily. Like if you hit a little bit of uneven ground, this thing is going over. Luckily, we're in a trench, so the trench is just as wide as the roller, so it's not tipping. right? Now, Friday, we were burying some lines in an area that was already excavated. So we had to backfill that area and then dig and then put the PVC and then cover the PVC. So on either side of the roller, basically the roller was at ground level. We wasn't in a trench. Okay. And on either side of it was a drop off. So the roller's up here, and down here is a trench, and down here is a trench. So the roller is just riding along this like maybe 2 foot wide path, rolling on super soft soil because we just backfilled this area with super soft soil. And so boss man says, "All right, Tony, go ahead and get the roller and roll her on down, compact it, compact the dirt. We got to get a test done before we leave." You got it, boss. I grab the roller. I get to rolling. I get a little too close to the edge. I got a little too confident, guys. I got a little too cocky. I got a little too comfortable. I got to feeling like Bruce Willis again. Got a little too close to the edge, and that dirt was super soft, and sure enough, that roller tipped smooth on over. Now, luckily, my boss was there with the mini excavator, and he was kind of next to the roller. Like, as soon as it would slide off a little bit, he'd tap it with the bucket. But like I said, guys, I got a little bit too much Bruce Willis in my jeans, and that thing tipped all the way over. And this machine weighs more than the mini excavator, so you couldn't push it back up with the bucket of the mini excavator. It was gone. We lost the roller. The roller, it was over. And we're working in an area where we can't really get any more equipment in this area. There's rebar and there's wood, and we're working in a bunch of different like depths and trenches, and your boy fucked up. But I found a spot down a ways we could move some cones around, and we got a backhoe up in there, and we got a chain, and we chained the roller to the backhoe, and it took us a couple of hours, but we saved the roller. And I thought that was it for me. I thought that was the end of my days as an airfield electrician. But my boss informed me that this happens all the time. Everyone who's operated this has or will tip this thing over at some point. It's super easy to tip. You hit a little bit of uneven ground, a little bit of soft ground, that thing's going. So made me feel a little bit better. And I think he was pissed off. I don't think he was pissed off that I tipped the roller. I think he was pissed off at the time I tipped the roller, because by this time it was like 5 o'clock, and everybody was ready. It's Friday. Everyone's let's just go home. And I think that's why he was pissed off, because it's like, you couldn't have done this earlier. You got to do this right now when we're this, literally the last thing we have to do is compact this dirt, and you tip the roller. And yeah, I was like, man, your boy goofed, Like I said, I got a little bit too much Bruce Willis in my jeans and got too cocky and confident, and tipped that sumbitch smooth over. But we saved it. It got put back where it goes. Everybody made it home safe. Luckily, no one tried to be a hero and save the roller as it tipped over, because this thing weighs a fucking ton and it will smush you. I heard about some guy on the same job site that a roller was tipping, and some guy tried to like save it from tipping, which you're not saving it. This thing weighs as much as like a fucking Honda Civic, and you're not saving it. And it fell on him in the trench and shattered both of his legs, like bones coming out of his jeans shattered his legs. And now he has to fuck on his back for the rest of his life. So yeah, if you're out there in the field, boys, and a roller's tipping over, let it tip. You're not going to save it. That is my safety tip for the day, guys. Yeah, that's really all I got for you guys today, folks. Like I said at the beginning, this is going to be a short episode. I gave you a good 45. Like, comment, subscribe. Send this episode to your favorite electrician, your favorite roller operator. Okay? Send this episode to the person that altered the course of your life. I love you guys. This has been weird. This has been fun. How'd I do? I think I did pretty good. There wasn't too much dead space. Maybe when I was typing away and Googling stuff, but I think I held the ball and ran with it and scored me a touchdown with this one. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Please comment something. Say something so I don't feel like I sitting here like an insane person talking to fucking nobody. It feels like I'm talking to somebody because you're watching this and I'm talking to you as you're watching this, but currently recording this, I'm in a room by myself talking to nobody like a crazy person. But anyways, I digress. I love you guys. Comment, share, subscribe. You can find us everywhere, guys. At Richard's Kids Podcast. It's the same handle across all socials. We're super easy to find. We're everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you name it, you can find us there. We upload weekly podcasts on Instagram, on YouTube. I'm sorry. We also put shorts on YouTube, whatever short clips as well, like little anywhere from 5 to 10 minute clips from the episode. If you guys aren't, willing to sit down through 45 minutes of me rambling, we got shorter clips for you to watch and enjoy. Yeah, man. That's really all I got for you guys. I love you. Have a great week. Go out there and get that bread. All my stay-at-home moms, stay at home and take care of them kids. We appreciate what you do. That is extremely hard work as well. It does not go unnoticed, at least not by me. Hopefully I can get to the point in my career where my wife can stay at home. Unless she wants to stay working, then, stay working. Whatever. I love you guys. I'm rambling. I'm mumbling. I'm stumbling. But I didn't fall. I love you. Yeah, that's it, guys. Bye.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's start the show.
Oh, shit. Bye.